Welcome to the Highland League Weekly Friday preview, coming to you on the Press and Journal website and direct to social media. Here's Callum Law to tell you about our big main highlights game this weekend.
The main game for us this weekend on Highland League Weekly is Brora Rangers versus Fraserburgh from Dudgeon Park. It's 4th versus 3rd in the Breedon Highland League. Both teams probably feel that they can't afford to drop any more points if they are to have a chance of winning the title. They've met once already this season. It was a 2-2 draw at Bellslea. Fraserburgh led 2-0, had Sean Butcher sent off, and Brora rallied well to leave with a point. But interestingly, in recent times at Dudgeon Park, it's the Brora who have the upper hand. They've won on their last 2 visits to the Sutherland venue. Brora will be looking to change that this weekend. Fraserburgh hoping to make it 3 wins in a row at Dudgeon Park. It's all set up to be a cracking game of football.
I've probably got to say Jack Brown again. I've played him against Rothus when he was at Rothus. He's pretty tough, pretty good player.
Okay, competition time. Last week we asked you, the viewers, to tell us who was Scott Buchan's co-manager in EVERY Locos between 2010 and 2016. The answer, of course, was
Kenny Cool.
Kenny Cool. The answer that was correct and has been picked as the winner of the Highland League Weekly mug from last week is Eric Dexter, who answered on YouTube, more like Point Dexter. Let's move on to this week's teaser question. We want you to tell us in the comments below who is the only Wick Academy player to win Highland League Player of the Year. Tell us that and you will be the proud owner, potentially, of a Paul Third Crystal Paul tea towel.
Our second game this weekend is Deveronvale versus Turriff United at Princess Royal Park, and here's 3 things you need to know. It's Turriff who have had the upper hand in recent meetings between the sides. They've won the last 3 games by an aggregate score of 15-1. So Deveronvale clearly be hoping for a better showing this weekend. Deveronvale will be hoping for their first win of 2023 in this game. They haven't won in 8 matches, the last success being against Strathspey back on November the 26th. They've had some tough fixtures in there, the likes of Buckie twice, Brora, Fraserburgh, but clearly Craig Stewart and his side will be looking for a result. 5 places separate the sides in the league. Vale sitting 16th with 16 points, whereas Turriff are up in 11th and they have 23 points.
Crystal Paul time, he's back. Jamie Durant obviously took his place last week. For those of you who are avid viewers of this section, I guessed 2 results correctly last week from our 2 film games.
How do I go on holiday winning and I come back and it's eachy peachy now? What's going on?
Them's the breaks. So basically, Jamie only guessed 1 correct result last week, which means overall it's 3-3, as we'll be showing on the screen at the moment. So a reminder of the rules. Ahead of our 2 filmed matches this weekend, myself and Paul are going to have a go at guessing the results of those games. 1 point if we get the result, 3 points instead if we get the correct score, and there's also another 3 points up for grab if we get the first goal scorer in each game.
One day.
First game then this weekend, it's Brora Rangers against Fraserburgh. Would you like to have the first go?
Well, you're going to be stunned because I'm not tipping Fraserburgh to win this one. I think it's going to be a draw, and I'm going to go for 1-1.
I'm going to say 2-1 Fraserburgh. They're on fire at the moment. I think they've kind of they've re-found themselves a little bit in recent weeks. What about your first goal scorer?
It's got to be the man in the moment for the Black and Whites, Ryan Sargent.
That's who I was going to go for, and
You're allowed to go for the same one.
I think I'm still going to do it. Ryan Sargent.
That's two of us picking your Ryan. If you let us down.
So, Paul, Deveronvale gets Turriff. How do you think this one's going to go?
Well, Turriff have been tremendous in this fixture in recent years, so I'm sticking with Turriff United, and I'm thinking they're going to get a big win. 4-1 at the Vale. There you go.
It's a good job you didn't have McDuff.
I've moved. We're okay.
I'm kind of almost like following your lead on this one because I haven't really thought too hard for this one. So no offence, Deveronvale supporters out there. But I'm going to go for 5-0 Turriff. First goal scorer?
I thought I was being optimistic. Kyle Gordon for Turriff.
You and Clark back?
Be touch and go again. In the place.
Go on, be brave. Be brave.
You and Clark fit again and fully fighting for the first goal scorer. So yeah, tune back in next week to find out how many points we've managed to pick up. I mean, you might be able to work it out from looking at the scores on Saturday, to be fair, if you're that way inclined. I'm sure no one actually is. But yeah, tune back in next week and we'll have some more guesses, basically.
We would have managed to have done it ourselves, but having the grant just makes a huge difference. It just helps the club develop, and also because it's helping put our carbon footprint down as well, that helps with getting grants. And it's not only about the carbon footprint, it's about saving money for the club as well. The next phase that we're looking at is new lights. We'll have that. We've actually got funding in place now for that, so that will be happening at the end of this season, and we'll be going LED lights all the way around.
This is the first meeting of these two sides this season. Nairn looking to bounce back from a shock 1-1 draw against Tarsby Thistle, take on the league leaders who will be looking to stay there.
Forest going through a bit of an indifferent spell at the moment. Lost 2-0 to Clattenacudden last weekend. They want to be far better to challenge a Banks of D side who've won their last 3 matches. In the league, D, I think just 1 point behind Deveronvale now, following their hefty points deduction earlier in the season. Win this weekend and they could be right back among that middle pack.
The Coasters make the trip south, buoyed by an excellent win against Inverurie last weekend. Huntly, they'll be looking to bounce back after a 3-0 loss at Fraserburgh.
Inverurie local is looking to get off the mark under Andy Lowe after 3 games without a goal, never mind a point. Will this be the weekend against a Tarsby Thistle side, however, looking for their second win?
Bucky boss Graham Stewart said it himself, Bucky need to win every game between now and the end of the season to hopefully win that first league title since 2017. Keith, meanwhile, have won once in the league since early October, so Bucky go into this one as heavy favourites.
Rothes versus Wick Academy at McKessick Park. Wick haven't scored in 3 of their last 4 games, but they might fancy their chances of doing so in this fixture because Rothes haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 3 games.
Both teams go into this one with a win from last weekend, while Formartine have already beaten Clark 3-1 up in Inverness.
The next time we see you will be on Monday night in the Press and Journal website for our main highlight show. Just a reminder, the camera games for that are going to be Brora Rangers against Fraserburgh and Deveronvale against Turriff United. Before then, enjoy the football, whichever games you're watching.